Welcome back to Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a KV-3. It's a Soviet Tier 7 heavy tank and it's located on the southwest spawn of Mannerheim Line, also known as Arctic region. And it's under the command of UKSkaface. So what can I tell you about it? Well, it's basically the same KV chassis that we know, but very, very highly up armoured. It's got a huge amount of armour, in fact, actually. 120mm of frontal hull armour, so it's very, very efficient, and he's giving that Churchill a bit of a assist. I don't think the Churchill liked it actually. Now he's armed with a 122mm gun, the D25T, capable of 390 alpha and penetration of 175mm, and of course he's got that conical turret, which allows him to bounce rounds fired at him from the enemy. What? One of the enemies turned up. It's a Type 64 and he's popped over right in front of the guns of quite a few of our teammates. But we're headed off down to the south end of the map to take the enemy as they come around the heavy route. And there's our first enemy. It's a T-34-85. Very big gun dispersion you could see there. So, oh! Took a round from the Wolverine and that did 116 hit points of damage, but he bounced around from the Hellcat and another one from the Wolverine, and he's dialing in. They both pull out into cover. Oh, misses the T1 Heavy but bounces the Wolverine again. You see, that turret is absolutely fantastic. He's bouncing rounds from them. They just can't get through. Fires around at the T1 Heavy but doesn't penetrate. Going for the T-34 this time. Going for the Capella. Still not loaded. The load time is 12.18 seconds. It is quite long. But he's going for the Wolverine and takes him out the game with one shot. 340 hit points. As I said, 390 alpha. So tanks like that Wolverine are in a lot of danger. Okay, we've got a target down low. It's a KV-1. Bounced around from him for 160. Now that KV-1's probably got the 85mm gun, and if he has, he's in for a lot of trouble now. Here we go. One shot in for 402. It's a high roll. Bounced the round for 160 in return. Bounces another round. Going in for the kill. Load it. Takes him out the game, but he took a round in the tracks from the KV-1, and there is the Oni. Now the Oni's going to fire HE at him, so he's going to need to be careful. But there is the T1 Heavy still bouncing rounds off his turret, just can't get through. The turret is very, very strong. Okay, neither of them want to fire at him. I don't think he wants to take the Oni on head on, but I think he wants to go after that T1. I don't think he wants to present his rear to the Oni, so I think he's going to go for the Oni. And took a round in the rear from the T-34-85 for 117. That's an 85mm round. So he's going to push on and get around the corner to deal with the Oni. The Oni's been tracked. That round went through his tracks for 343. He's burned his repair kit, so he's in a lot of trouble now. He tries to do some ram damage. Going for the boobies. Go for the boobies and he's going for the viewports, or is he? No. Don't be pushed back by him. Go for the boobies, that's it. And that round doesn't go through, but he blocks around for 700 hit points. It's going to allow the Oni to push him up the slope. But he's going to put another round through the boobies. He's loaded. Oh, 427 off that shot. High roll. Reloading again. He's pushing back now. Of course, the Oni would try to bully him into the water. Another roll in. 331, it's a low roll, but that brings up the high caliber. You see, he can just keep shooting him in the boobies until eventually he gets the message. It's the wrong mistake you made, Mr. Oni. There you go. Bye-bye. You should try to tassel with a KV-3 under those circumstances. You're not going to come off very well. You need to get rounds into his weak points, and you can't do that from as high as you are. Okay, KV-3's en route. UKSkaface at the command. Just look at the number of rounds that hit the front of his vehicle. Yeah, they all just bounced off. Amazing. Okay, we've got some targets up ahead, and there's a Hellcat 90mm gun. Probably not going to make it through the armour. That T-3485 is low on hit points, so he's going to fall back and let UKSkaface go to work on that Hellcat. The enemy does have two Artys. One of them is a Hummel, the other is a Lorraine 15550. Get a pixel on the T25 on 25 TP, but he fails to get it. He's reloading. The Hellcat's not going to make it easy by popping over the ridgeline, so we're going to have to go after him. And 417, a high roll. I'm surprised that the enemy Arty is not firing at him. But they probably will very shortly. Yep, there you go. I was calling it. 185 hit points. He did burn his repair kit there and his first aid. Now I expect he probably will get some more Arty rounds coming in. Probably not from the Hummel, more likely from the Lorraine. Now this is interesting. What he's doing is he's actually going back to his own cap, and the reason for that now becomes obvious. There's an enemy behind us, and there's a T-34S, and he takes him out with one shot, 49 hit points. Now he recognised there was a problem because the cap area is now vulnerable. So he's obviously got to go after these enemy, and there's a Hellcat behind him as well. He might get penned. No, he's got in the tracks. The OI experimental fires at him and misses, but it takes a round in return for 347. Now we're going to do to the OI experimental what we did to the ONI and just beat him to death. Oh, and that was the Arty that did that. Crusader SP, now Mr. Hellcat, about your message. Thank you. 270 hit points damage from the Hellcat, I'm afraid, but he is now dead. We've got 153 from him, and I think we've got the high caliber. Oh, another Arty round from that Lorraine. He's obviously intent on equalising the score. But it is now UKSkaface in his KV-3. He's used his first aid kit again. UKSkaface in his KV-3 and two Artys against the enemy Arty, and one of them's behind him. It's the Hummel. And he turns to face the Hummel and to blow him away. Yep, easy as that. 300 hit points, one shot kill, and the Lorraine fires in again. Now, about those shots, Mr. Lorraine, I think you owe me your soul. You can see that Arty rounds are exploding in the enemy area. Don't know if those are Katusha rockets or his teammates. We still have a Crusader SP and an SU-8, and they're hungry for another kill as well. I'm sure that they would like to platoon and possibly pick up a Brothers in Arms. Now, where did that Lorraine go? Well, I think it's more than likely if he goes up to the eastern edge of the map and works his way round, we'll soon find them. And he's going to go for this set of bushes first. You can see the amount of damage to the front of the vehicle that was bounced. I mean, it's just amazing. I think there may be a few dents, but they'll soon iron out. We'll just get a sledgehammer. Oh, there's the Lorraine. He's actually over on the west side of the map. The Crusader found him. So rather than Cap, we're going to go after that Lorraine. There can be only one place that the Lorraine is headed. Now across the Dragon's Teeth. Well, the Crusader has made his way up onto the heights overlooking the west side of the map. And the Lorraine is in the cap. Now, I'm not so sure that the Su-8 is actually going to attack the Lorraine. He can't see him at the moment. The Su-8 is in the trees, and if he moves, he'll probably be spotted by the Lorraine, and the Lorraine might try to attack him. But he'll be easy meat for us the moment that we get within view range. The KV-3 has got a view range of 330 meters, and there we can see him. He probably knows that he's been spotted, and our Arty will be firing at him. There he is, dialing in. Our kill, Top Gun, and oh, we've got the Top Gun, and there's some Pascucci's, and that ends the game with a victory for UKSkaface. What a game! Let's have a look at the end of battle stats for this one. And it's an ace tanker for UKSkaface in the KV-3, and it's his first one. It's got the scrolls underneath, so it's definitely his first ace tanker. He also picked up a Reaper badge. He destroyed 3 enemies with consecutive shots, at least 3. He also picked up a fire for effect for doing more damage than the hit points of his own vehicle, a shell proof for blocking more damage than the hit points of his own vehicle, a master gunner for getting 5 armor penetrating hits in a row, a master gunner, the duelist badge for taking down 2 tanks who did damage to him during the battle. It's not showing the right one. There you go. The Hand of God for surviving the battle, having received damage from 4 different enemy vehicles. A Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 6 in total. But here comes the epic medals. He managed to pick up a Pascucci's medal for killing both of the enemy Arty. He killed the Lorraine 15550, and he also killed the Hummel. Then when it came to, he got a cool headed as well for surviving at least 10 ricochets or non-penetrating shots, a high caliber for dealing the most damage in the battle, a Top Gun for getting at least 6 kills, he got 7, just 1 short of getting a Radley's, and he also picked up a steel wall because he received at least 11 shots, blocked at least 1,000 hit points of damage, or received 1,000 hit points of damage, and survived the battle. And that's an impressive row of medals for any player, and the win 8 for that battle was 13,501, and that's a super score. Really was. It was a good battle as well, and I'm waiting to have such a good battle in my KV-3 because I'm sure I'm going to have it soon, because I had a very similar one the last time I was out, and I know how good fun this tank can be. Anyway, let's have a look at team score. There you go, top of the table, 3,949 hit points of damage. The next highest score was the Lorraine 15550, he managed only 1,906, and then the AMX 1357F on the enemy team managed to get 1,609 hit points. When it came to kills, it was at top of the table again, 7 kills. Next highest score on the enemy team was the AMX 1357 with 5, and after that the highest scorer was the Su-8 with 3 kills. And unfortunately he didn't survive the battle. I think actually it was the Lorraine managed to get him at the last moment after he fired at the Lorraine. And when it came to base XP, it was UKSkaface again with 1,583, then followed the AMX 1357 with 679, then the Crusader SP with 670. Let's have a look at the detail report. He fired 18 rounds during that battle. He got 15 direct hits, 14 penetration damage, splash damage on 1 shell as well, would you believe it? He did damage of 3,949 hit points, of which 340 were at more than 300 meters. That would be the Lorraine. He received 21 hits from the enemy, 3 were penetrations, 18 non-penetrations, and most of the shots that penetrated him were shots that went into his rear. The ones that were fired at his front just bounced off. He received 2 hits as a result of splash damage from enemy Arty. That was from the Lorraine 15550, and he blocked damage of 4,525 hit points, a huge total. That's why he earned his steel wall. He spotted 6 enemy vehicles, damaged 8 of the enemy, killed 7 of them, and did damage assistance of 905 hit points. And when he killed the Lorraine in the cap, he got 53 capture or defense points there at that particular moment. On a premium account, he earned 71,028 credits, and after repair, ammunition resupply and consumables, he took away 26,293 credits. He picked up 4 bonds for the awards in that battle, 4 of them. I think actually the ones that earned him were the Pascuccis, the High Caliber, the Top Gun and the Steel Wall, pretty sure of that. He also earned 2,374 XP, times 2 for the first victory of the day, 1,000 for completing the mission, and the total he took away was 5,749 experience points altogether. But this was a very good ace tanker, and it was his first ace tanker in the KV-3, so I'm sure he'll be very pleased with this battle, and I certainly would be very pleased with a battle like that, because he really carried his team all the way on his back. 7 kills. He helped his team to win that one hands down, and so congratulations. If you enjoyed that replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.